Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirosho here, and now, before I do begin, let me go ahead and give a brief little review. In the last part, we had a lot of things happening. Deku, he talked to Sir Nidai about awakening Danger Sense. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. All of a sudden, during a battle, he believes to have awakened a new quirk. He's not sure if it's his own, or if it even really is a power. He made Tsunade aware of it, and the man was quite alarmed and intrigued to discover what was happening. He even told Deku, there are a number of possibilities. Possibility number one is someone in his family once got a quirk from Dr. Ujiko, and he may have either genetic remnants that awakened due to One For All, or, well, it might have something to do with this. Possibility number two. One For All may have awakened a quirk within him. That one isn't likely. If it was, he would have gotten that quirk when he was first able to use the power. He's gone over 10 months without showing signs of that ability, and now all of a sudden he has it. Possibility number three. Something is happening to his body they did have no idea about, and it may be connected to One For All itself. That's the only thing that has changed since Deku has been training. It's the only thing in his life that may have led to this quirk awakening. He gained one power already, One For All, and another one awakened. It might be connected, especially considering the fact that the mystery of that quirk speaks for itself. Now, this is currently something Sir Nidai is looking into. Meanwhile, Deku went out with the other group of people, and they all had some drinks, they had some food, and he drove Kimi back to her residence. It was quite a nice little place, homey, and certainly with quite the view off the balcony. The two did have a chat, and things were nice. One conversation led to a dark one, but it did lead to a good one. And the two, they did make out. He did eventually head back to his own home, though he didn't like this evening. He finally was able to let down his guard around someone. Let them in, not see them as a threat. And it certainly meant quite a lot to him. Though he was still a little disturbed by the fact that that danger ability didn't go off around Kimi when she did smack him in the face. Now, 2 weeks have passed. Deku's been busy healing, training, and trying to deal with all of this. Sir Nidai has gone with him to see a doctor that he swore to secrecy on this matter. They're using the explanation that Deku used some of his money and managed to get it in with the doctor. The man was quite intrigued about Deku's abilities, and he did get a bargain on a power, along with the fact that the man is quite interested in Deku's particular skills. And the doctor, they can understand that. Deku's body is able to push itself to the point where his quirk breaks it. That's something they themselves would like to study. Those are not I. He's explicitly concealed them to secrecy. Monitor him, do what they can, perform tests. But if a word gets out about this, they're dead. And that does mean a lot. Deku, he's also, thanks to the help of his mother, been going shopping for some things they may need around his new home. And that certainly does mean something. Right now, him walking through the front door of his mansion. It is built on a mountain, and it does slightly overhang down a hill. partially on a cliffside. It does get steeper the more you do go down the mountain, but that doesn't really mean much. The people who were able to build it made sure to reinforce everything around the area. It would take a lot to bring this place down, and he's thankful for that. It did cost him a bit more money than he would like, but Nezu, he is expecting continued business from him. And right now, Deku, he does have a few concerns. The moving company beginning to put things inside the house. Some of them talking back and forth with each other as there is a man who does just stand there. Right now, his copies going to quickly begin to move a ton of different furniture through a number of things. And Deku, he does get to watch them make their way in through some of the doors and through the wide doors he does get to see. It does mean a lot. Right now, him gonna step inside and go to look around. The place is definitely huge. It does mean a lot. Him going to turn and look at the staircase when he walks in. There's the panel on the wall that does show security. And, well, he does get to walk down the stairs. He does get to see the wide glass wall doors that do lead outside. I mean, enough rooms for him and several guests, his mother, and the servants' quarters he's had built. It should be a nice, roomy, homey place. 3 levels and a private office, along with a pool and quite the big entertainment area. It does mean a lot. Huh. It does mean much. Him walking into a room that does have a large wall behind it and a bar. And Izuku does get to walk over. An actual bar inside of his house, along with bar stools, a billiards table, and a lot of other things. It will be coming together. It certainly will. Huh. Yeah. Inko walking into the room and talking about it. There is a vehicle here. Is it? They said that they have the people you purchased, Izuku? Oh, good. That must be the people from the auction. I believe that Miss Hannah is in the vehicle. She's the lead maid for everything. She's got some excellent cooking skills, Mom. They talked a bit about her at the auction. Are you okay, Izuku? Yeah, I'm fine. Why? You bought slaves, son. I mean, that is horrible. Oh, no, Mom. No, I'm not. Okay, they're just supposed to be servants. Besides, I knew this one guy there at the auction. He was gonna buy the girl. If he did, he would have done a lot of things. Bad things. And the other two, the twins, I mean, come on. They would have gotten hurt or separated. Okay. But still, Izuku, you're worrying me a little bit. Mom, I'm okay. It's fine, really. Listen, just treat them like they're regular people. It's going to be a little jarring for them, I'm sure. Trust me. But I'm sure they'll understand with time, things are going to be a little better. A person walking into the room and holding a rag up to their face. and they do get to talk about it. He needs to come get his damn merchandise. One of them is giving them trouble. And he does a turn looking at the man. The man's hateful gaze going lower, and he does a nod his head, expressing, "Sir." And he does it to follow the man out. Right now, Deku, he does go to see quite a few people. Right now, the older woman, she does just sit there with a bit of a placid look, her head down and her gaze to the floor, as there is the older man. The older man does have shackles around his feet and his hands. Right now, he does go to look over at the third woman who is almost being pulled by a collar out of the vehicle. And she is growling menacingly at a number of people. Her even going to try and swipe her claws out at anyone who does go approach. And there currently is Deku. Deku does get to step out and talk about it. Enough. What's going on here? And the man does get to turn his head as there is where the other men who are trying to pull on her chains do talk about it. The bitch won't come out. Fact is, they're worried they may have to get the prod. She doesn't seem to understand she's got a good opportunity here. Then again, if she does want to keep defying them, they could just go ahead and send her back. She's fairly certain someone's got some use for some fresh meat. And Deku does get to narrow his eyes at the man. Him walking over and talking about it. Right. She's, Cindy? Who are you? I'm the one who bought you. I know your face. Fuck off. Either kill me or just fuck off. I'm not serving you. There seems to be some sort of miscommunication. Oh, I'm sure there must be something wrong. Either you're not curing me, or you think I'm just gonna sit down and die. I know what happens to people here. In my position. If I can't kill you, I'll at least make sure I fucking take something of yours. Try and bring it close to me and I'll bite it off. Okay. Listen. Deku stepping forwards. And his danger sense does not go to activate. Though he does make sure to stay out of range of her claws. Talking about it. The man who was going to buy her was the former number 2 of the Yagi family. Him taking a step. Right now, he is new to the Yagi family. He's someone who bought her from him. He was looking for someone to break. Deku stepping in closer again. And when she does a flinch, Deku does get a feel danger sense shoot through his brain, throwing his hands up and activating One for All, catching her by her wrist as he does lean his head back, avoiding her headbutt. And he does go to turn and go to throw her directly to the ground. Right now, bringing his hand up and pushing down on her neck. Him pinning her to the floor with his knee on her back. Talking about it. Right now, he bought her to get her away from him. He saw that look in her eye. Her trying to throw her hands around behind her to claw at him. And over Deku does go to throw his other knee into her back, he does go to pin her arm down with his leg, throwing his other hand out and going to grab her by her wrist, laying her out across the back of the large truck. Listen, I can return you back to the auction house, and you can take your chances, or you listen to my command. I only need a maid someone to look after the property, look after my mother, and keep things tidy in this large house. I will give you some funds. You will be given room and board, and you will be given the chance to eat well. I can't remove that collar, but I can give you a chance. I'm going to move, and if you do attack me, that will be your last action. Here, under my roof. Her going completely still and trying to meet Deku's gaze. Though his eyes, they did harden. And he does go to get off of her and go to take a step, taking another and another. Turning and going to turn off his quirk. And she does the glare at him, trying to get his measure. He's strong. Very strong. A grip like iron. And his lightning. I mean, hell. It gave her goosebumps. And she does go to step out of the vehicle a little bit more placid. Less fight in her actions, but plenty of anger and glaring being done. And the last two do go to be pulled off of the vehicle. Right now, two people. A young man who does look to be in his preteens, and a young girl who does seem to be younger than that. And the two, they do just stare at Deku with a little bit of fear. And he does go to watch the cell be unlocked as the two are told what to do. Right now, them following orders and walking out. Though the young man does make sure to try and keep himself in between Deku and his younger sister. As whenever the vehicle does go to leave, he does a turn looking at the men who are still unloading the vehicle. Some of them looking away and others going to talk about a few different things. And Deku does lead them all in, talking about it. Follow him. The man with shackles no longer on his arms and legs going to turn, talking about it. Exactly what is his role to play. What is your name? Yuchi. First or last? First. I heard about your skills. You are a former mercenary. Though you retired. Yes. I'm tired of killing. Good. If you are amenable to it, you are to quite simply take care of the residents and do as you're told. If things do ever come down to a hostile situation, then do know there is a bunker inside the house. I only ask you to protect my mother. Outside of that, no one should be able to get in the building. There is a security room, and there is a perimeter set for the area. Do you understand? And what is my role? I don't know how to cook. Then you clean. Him glaring at her. And she does want to roll her eyes, but she does go to nod. And Deku does turn to the other woman, talking about it. He heard someone mention that she had cooking skills. I do. Is there something you wish to be prepared? There's no food in the house right now. I can give you a list of things to look into and buy. You'll be given a budget, and if there's anything any of you want, it can all be added to the list. There will be quite a number of groceries, and there will be a deep freeze in the garage. along with a second refrigerator. I believe that that should be enough. Your budget is high. Just make sure to fill it all up to bursting if you can, and a cabinet. You do have that as well to fill. I understand. Anything? Yes. Any amount of food? Yes. And you wish to house us as well? Yes. I don't understand. You've been paying for our care for the last month. I have. And I see that some of you do look better. Just do what I ask. That's all I ask. The woman's staring at Deku quite befuddled, not even sure what to say. And Deku's phone does it a buzz. Him going to walk over and into his private office. Him going to walk in and turn, locking the door as he does to walk over to his desk and sit down in a chair. Him going to answer it. Hello? Hey. Yo, it's Kirishima. Yeah, I know. What's up? Hey, there's a mission coming up. We heard a bit about it from the department. They're wanting to give it out to someone, but it seems like it's been a little bit more complicated. Not just that, but I was curious about if you wanted to go on it. Me, you, and Bakugo. I'm a little busy at the moment. Really? Yo, how did things go with that girl? Kami, right? She's, real hottie. I'm aware. Things went well. Really well. Oh? Got a story you want to tell? Huh. No, I wouldn't kiss and tell, though. Nothing really happened yet. Shit, really? Alright, now you have to spill it. It's the bro code, you have to spill it. I'm good. Though, as for the mission, no, I'm still trying to get my own place sorted out. Really? Yeah. I'm outside the city. Shit, that sounds cool. Yeah, I'm also still trying to figure out my car. It's been a bit of a bitch, but I think I'm getting it. That's good. Yo, well, if you don't have anything to do later, then we should all get together again. I know Toga, she's talked about wanting to buy blood from some of us to disguise herself. That's something you're willing to do? I heard she's trying to offer some decent money for it, but it might eat into her budget. I don't know about giving her my blood. That sounds a little odd. Deku, silently trying to think about the idea about what that does mean. He has to pass down the ability. He would give someone authorization to drink his blood or take on some of his DNA. I mean, All might give the cork to him. If she takes his blood, does that mean she'll get the ability? Fuck that. That girl's a little weird, but he is not gonna let her run around with his power. Yo, Yeah. What's up? You hear me at all? No, man, sorry. I was just telling the moving crew to move something. Oh, my bad. Anyways, if you're up to it, we can throw you a housewarming party. That sounds nice. Unless you're not okay with it. No, it sounds cool. Maybe another time, though. The moving crew is still here, and I have an empty house. Though, if we're gonna do that, then you need to bring us some pretty good alcohol. Please. I got a big trunk. It isn't just used for just putting assholes in there. Fair enough. Though, how you doing after the mission? Yeah, I'm doing fine. Last one wasn't too bad either, but it was a bit tricky. You're still going on missions? Huh, yeah. Not all of us could be Mr. Rich Boy. Hell. I bet you've already done something stupid, haven't you? Deku looking around the room. And he does his own chuckle talking about it. Define stupid. Well, you've been busy, right? Yeah. What's stupid about staying busy? That you haven't talked to that girl. You know, can't let her wait on you forever. Besides, if you made the first move, then talk to her again. See if things go good. You're really giving me dating advice? Listen, man, it's some solid advice. Besides, can't fuck up a good thing. I'll give you that one. Listen, I gotta go. There's a lot going on. Got it, man. Though, hit me up for a mission. I'm always willing to go out. Him hanging up. And Deku, he does gotta think about it. A housewarming party does sound nice. It sounds like an opportunity for everyone to get together and chill and actually kind of break this place in. Yeah, it's gonna be a minute. He's got to sort a lot of things out and deal with his own wardrobe. He's got a few different types of clothes, and I mean, he can order suits from the family, but that sounds boring. Along with the fact that he does need to find out more about his battle suit. Go from there? Maybe going through the family might be the best option. But he's still got to figure out more about this other ability. I mean, he knows it might be connected to One for All. That's the prevailing theory, but how still does worry him. Okay, maybe he should call Kimi. Okay, it does sound like a good idea. Though, what would they do? I mean, that could be cool. Ooh, that could be cool. He shows her the car, and he does actually take it for a bit more of an actual spin. Open up the throttle and maybe go out for some food. That is a good idea. Let her meet his mom? Maybe. Someone knocking on the door. And he does go to stand and walk over, opening it up as there is the woman who does stand there. Her with ruffled hair that is a little unkempt. And Deku does stare at her black hair with white streaks as her ears do get a poke out through it. And she does get to talk about it. She was told by his mother that they're ordering clothes for them. Is this true? Yes, it is. We've already asked UA for your sizes. It's already done and taken care of. You'll have your own wardrobe and, well, you'll have a small allowance. Why? Because I'm allowing it. You shouldn't. I don't understand you. You don't even understand the situation, do you? Not really, no. I came into some money because of the Yagi family. I have it. I use it the way I thought I could. Right now, it's helping you and your situation. A year ago, I lived in the slums, and I was as hungry as you were a month ago. You've been well fed, and you've been improving, haven't you? That explains some things. Does it? Yes. If you excuse me, I will go shower and change my clothes into something that was laid out. More appropriate, Master Midoriya. Her going to slowly incline her head and go to turn. Walking off as Deku, he does find that to be a little strange, though he is not going to complain. And Hannah, the older woman, does come walking over, informing him about a few different things. She would like to go over a few things with him and find out what he may primarily like to eat. She made a number of things before her indentured servitude, and she would like to understand what his palate may be. And she is quite happy to know that Deku is someone who doesn't do substitutes and will clear his fucking plate. That it does mean something to a chef that does love doing what she does. And right now, she has to place an order for quite an amount of food to be sent to the residents. Her even going off to try and do her own thing. He gave them some time. The older man has been walking around the residence and trying to get a bit of a feel for it. The collar around his neck, it does give away his posture, the way he does look and move. But Deku, he does still somewhat monitor him. The guy was a fighter. Most people who would have bought him probably would have thrown him into a pit to fight. But he does seem to be aggressive. No. He's got the same type of intensity around him that Mirako has. But what does that exactly mean? The gym equipment's still being set up, but this guy might be someone who can get into the ring with or fight, maybe spar with. He might have a plethora of knowledge that could work. He did want a bodyguard for his mom and a butler, but he may have hit the jackpot. Or maybe not. You'll have to ask the guy about his quirk. See how that does work. Until then, he'll just try and settle in a bit. And that is what Deku does do. He does try to explore his residence a bit more, setting up the TV and even helping to put away the stuff that does arrive later, to the confusion of the people here. The two younger children, they started trying to settle in. While it was a little odd for them, with the way Deku was acting, he did even give them some sweets that did surprise them. And it did mean a bit. By dinner time, everyone, they did somewhat start to relax. Though their body language was still guarded, there was where Hannah, she was preparing quite the small feast for all of them. And Deku, he was intrigued by the aromas cooking in the kitchen. Right now, him with a lot going through his mind as well. And by the time the day does to end, everyone, they have gotten the home mostly sorted out. And there is the next morning. Or there should be. But right now there currently is Deku. Deku went to bed. He had an entire list of things he did want to do. He planned to get up early. He planned to talk to someone more about his abilities. Look at stocking up the small medical room they do have here and even see about working out a bit more. Maybe go out for a run in the nearby woods and check and see his progress with One for All. He's mastered 20%, and 25% he's close to mastering. But he's been making sure to keep a bit of a low profile, sticking to low powers. He's curious to know if he does open up the metaphorical floodgates, what he can do with his power. How high can he climb before he does find his limit? It's a good idea. Find out what he's capable of and look at high intensity training. Find out about that and take a bit of a break. Talk to Kami tomorrow and maybe go out for lunch. Show off his car a little bit and see what she does think. It's a new life. And that was Deku's plans as he was falling asleep. However, plans, even the best laid ones, don't often play out well. And Deku does get to open his eyes, very confused as to what he's seeing. He does feel odd. He can't speak, he can't call out for help, and he's not sure what's going on. But he does get a feel a presence. No, multiple presences. He doesn't know what this all is. And right now he does get a turn. His legs do get to respond to him. At least he thinks that's what happens. I mean, he does go to look around and... Wait. All Might? No. He's dead. But then there's Nana Shimura. Wait, there's the original family head, right next to the other guy. En. And Deku doesn't hear a voice. He's just saying. It does mean quite a bit. Right now, there is a lot that they do need to do. Him turning his head and staring around a room, his eyes fixated on the man against the glass window, who does have his back turned to Deku and his arms folded behind his back. The other person with their feet on the desk, leaning backwards in an office chair. I understand, bro, but still. Come on, you really think that this is gonna work? I know it will. Listen, it's just a matter of time. Fact of the matter is, with my abilities, I can do anything. I can become anyone. Change everything about the world. With everything going the way it has been, you've seen how it's all played out so far. The world hasn't recovered yet. Someone needs to get a handle on the chaos. If not me, then who? We already have people following you because of that damn ability. Yes, and I've mentioned before, they follow me because I can take away those unwanted gifts, or I can give people them because they think it's the next step. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, isn't it? With all the power I can get, I can rule Japan. We can take over. We can restore order. I get it. That definitely does sound like an interesting thing. But are you sure that's a good idea? I mean, you heard about that guy who went crazy with his power. Yes, but he was already crazy to begin with. He was a madman. Speaking of powers, I may have found the perfect one for you. The man going to turn and walk over. And Deku, he does find himself turning away and looking around. His vision going dark as he does see another scene. The man walking down the road, piles and piles of corpses all around him. He's laughing. He's laughing and he does get to feel something. He does go to see devastation. He's in the middle of a town. It's burning. He can hear screaming. He can hear chaos reigning. There's a war. There's an actual war going on around him. And there is where the man does go to turn. Him going to express to Izuku. It's quite a lot. He does understand. Though, time is running a little short. In his generation, this evil does not exist. But there's a lot they do need to go over. A lot they do feel they need to explain. He's worried about the other power. It's nothing he should worry about. Deku going to blink as he does go to stand around quite a number of people. And he does stare at all of them. The man with white hair. The man with a scar running along his face, and all these other people in front of him, including All Might. And the man, he does go to bring his fist up and go to sock his hand with one. Him going to talk about it. Seems like the young kid hit the jackpot with this one. Then again, he does have a number of concerns for what's happening with Japan at the moment. We need to be brief. We really can't linger. Alright, Shimura. Or Shinomori. That's fine. Though, you gave him your quirk. I didn't give him my quirk. He manifested it. Now, that's where we do need to talk. Fact is, he's gonna manifest the quirks. Just go ahead and say it. Huh, fuck. Fact is, I'm willing to give him mine right now. Seems like he's done pretty good taking care of the family business, and he's making some good headway. Hell, a couple of more years and he may be the boss. I think it was pretty good he had your quirk, though. I would have killed for it. I'm sure you would have. There's a lot going on here. We are running out of time. Young man, you have the ability to manifest our quirks. That may come soon. But we want to test you. Find out if you're worthy of them. One for All is a stockpile ability. It is something that you must make your own. Stockpile the power more. Figure things out and fend for yourself. You may awaken my quirk, or you may awaken others. But either way, you will manifest our abilities. Make sure to keep an eye on your own back. Build a family you can trust, and if things do go to hell, make sure you're ready for it. Don't die. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Her voice fading out. And Deku, he does go to jump up awake directly in his own bed. Right now his shirt and blanket heavily torn, along with the fact that the lightning and One for All activating in his sleep did tear apart his mattress. And that wasn't exactly too good. Right now Deku, he does go to jump up covered in sweat. His bed going to creak as Deku, he does try to get out of bed. Him drenched in sweat as the door does to open. And the older man does come walking in, beginning to look around, bringing up his fist and ready to throw hands if he does need to. Though when he does turn back and see Deku sitting there with himself hyperventilating, there is where Cynthia does go to follow behind. Right now her sniffing the air and talking about it. She doesn't smell any scents. No one else is here. Though, oh yeah, no, something smells ripe in there. It's probably him. The man walking in. Whenever Cynthia does see Deku, Deku does sit there hyperventilating and trying to regain his bearing. And he does go to stand onto his feet and walk over to a desk in the corner. Him pulling up one of the drawers and going to begin rummaging around through it, finding a notebook and beginning to write things down. He needs to figure out all of this before it does fade. Okay, some serious shit just went down in that nightmare, that dream. He doesn't know what it was, but it felt way too real, way too vivid. That first guy, the guy with the white hair, I mean, they were talking about a lot of weird shit. And he does mean a lot of weird shit. Stuff he's never heard about. Taking and giving quirks, gifts, this new world they're trying to bring. I mean, that sounds insane. Then again, right now, he's a guy that has 2 quirks. I mean, okay, so he awakened one of their quirks? Okay, that was all a little too fast for him. But All Might was quirkless. So, what does that mean? He saw 8 other people there. 7 quirks? He's gonna manifest 7 quirks? Okay. He's gotta tell Sir Night all about this. Or, well, maybe 6 more quirks with whatever. He's gonna manifest powers. That's the main thing. That's gonna be a lot of shit he really does not want to deal with. Right. Okay. So... shit. He'll have to figure that all out. Are you alright? I'm fine. Just give me a second. Hannah's making breakfast. I can deal with this matter here, if that is alright with you, Master Izuku. That's fine. Breakfast will be good. I'll take a shower and I will join shortly. Right now, go eat something. I'm sure you're hungry yourself. Afterwards, deal with the daily chores and use your free time for whatever you want to do. Just make sure the house is clean, please. I understand. Her nodding in agreement and going to turn. Leaving the room as Deku does head to the shower. And right now, he does go to sit down and eat breakfast. A lot going through his mind. Hannah certainly made quite the feast for the eyes. And quite the food is on the table. I mean, freshly peeled fruit, a bowl of oatmeal, a plate of sausages, and, well, chocolate chip pancakes. Along with that, the smell of freshly baking up muffins and the oven's already on cooking something else for lunch. She definitely understood the assignment of stalking this place well. And he is quite curious to know what she is cooking for later. Though Deku, he does need to do something else. He needs to just blow off some steam. That will be the best thing to do. He'll give Sir Night a call and let him know about all of this. This weird dream and the quirks he may or may not manifest. Then again, he needs to train Danger Sense. He'll talk to Bakugo or talk to someone at the agency about going out on a mission. Seeing what he can do. Or maybe he can just try and spar with somebody. No, he wanted to meet with Kimi today. See if Kimi wants to go out on a mission. They do work well together and they can hang out a little bit more afterwards. maybe he should. No, no, he can't tell her anything about this just yet. He doesn't even know about it. And he doesn't want to sound like he's fucking crazy. If he manifests a quirk he can't explain, maybe not. Okay. Oh, okay. He'll just go to the agency and start training. If a mission does pop up, he'll reach out to call anyone he can. He'll go on it, but most importantly, he'll call Sir Night on the way. That being a thought that does go through his mind as he's to climb into his car. And he does get to drive off. Right now, him saying that phone call to Sir Night. And Sir Night, he does get to pick up a little concerned about this phone call. And Deku, he does give him some news. He had a strange dream last night. All Might was involved, along with what he does believe to be the predecessors of his power. It wasn't random. He saw the faces of everyone who was in a painting, up to the 5th user, or up past the 5th user, and he believes he saw the 1st, 4th, 2nd, and 3rd. It does mean a bit. And Sir Night, he is highly intrigued, though he is concerned. They mentioned he may start unlocking powers. And, well, if the rest of his dream is true, he will need to be proven to be worthy or have to want those powers. There's a lot going on there. He doesn't know the full details, and Deku seems to be a little manic. So that certainly does mean something. Though he's got his own situation to deal with. He needs to figure out an assignment he can send Deku on. One where people can be discreet and he can blow off some steam. One where he'll be allowed to test the full range of his own abilities, but also be able to be under the guise of family mission. And that's the thing that Deku does quite want to do. He does agree to this. Sir Night going to hang up the phone and turn to the person he was in a meeting with, expressing that was the problem child on the phone. It does appear something else is happening. And these particular abilities of his are, well, he doesn't even know where to begin with that. When he brought the kid in, he didn't exactly see things going this way. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.